Welcome back to another Discord tutorial. This is part 2 of the series, and in this video, we're actually coding. If you notice, I actually took out the command. It's just not needed at the current moment whatsoever. Anywho, let's go ahead and get to actually coding the bot itself. So, I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna enter twice. We're going to bot dot commands equals to new Discord collection. You hit enter one more time to do bot dot iOS Alice's equals to new Discord dot collection. After that, you're gonna enter twice again. Then you're gonna do bot dot not bot fs dot read directory dir dot slash command slash air files equals to greater to if air console dot log here. Let JS file equal to files dot filter f equals to greater to f dot split dot dot pop equals to JS. If JS file dot length is less than or equal to 0, return console.log could and find commands. Please place some in the commands folder. There we go. That's not it yet. We still got more to put in. JS file. Got for each. F I is equal to greater to let pool equal to require dot plan dash F. Bot dot command dot set full dot config dot name pull pull dot config dot laces dot set full dot config dot laces dot for each lies equal to greater to full bot dot lies dot set lies full dot config dot name. That's it for that part. Now we're gonna add another new feature to the list. Bot dot on disconnect. If it disconnects, it will run this code. Equals to greater to console log. I got disconnected. We'll do bot dot on reconnect ing equals to greater to console.log I am reconnecting. There we go. So now we have an event for if it ever has internet outages or whatever. Now we're going to go down here. And we're going to go ahead and enter below this point. Then we're going to do const args1 equals to message dot content dot split space let command equal to args 1 0. Let args equal to args 1 dot slice 1. Let command file equal to bot dot commands dot get command dot slice prefix dot length or bot dot commands dot get bot dot allies dot get command dot slice prefix dot length. If command file dot run bot message args prefix version Discord fs then moment. Okay, now we're going to want to create a new file and call it command setup. In this file, we'll be having, so we can just copy and paste every time we make a command. So for this part, we're going to do module dot exports dot run. Also in the config, change this to the next version up because we're on part 2. Let's take a look at the next version. Exports.run equals async bot message args. And if actually we'll continue, the fast way is just to come here, select this, copy that, bring it to the command setup, and just paste. And of course, just finishing that off. Then we're going to do module dot exports dot config equals to name. That's where the main command will go. Now, because we are supporting allies in this code, we're going to do allies. Done. Okay. So we've got the first part done. Now you want to create a folder called commands. Now, obviously, if you run it like this, it couldn't find commands. Please place them in the commands folder. Obviously, it's going to start still because it can. So let's go ahead and get onto transferring the hello command. So we're going to go ahead and copy this in. We're going to do new file. We're going to do hello.js. And you're going to paste. Then come to bot. Come get this right here. And you can actually delete that out. Just needed. So what this command handler does is it makes it much more neater. Then hello. Also put that equals greater to right there, otherwise it's gonna error out. I might put that in the command as well. There we go. So when you now for the allies, of course I did 2 highlights. You can do hi, or you can just do it in quotation like that. And there we go. So that's how allies work. You can have multiple of them, of course. And just to prove that each one works, let's go ahead and go over here real quick with me. Get everything over here for Discord. Quick. There we go. There we go. So now we're in general. I'm going to do g.hello, g.hola, and g.hi. There we go. They all do the same thing. Now we want to set up a help command. Now, in the help command I'm doing today, obviously we'll have all in it, all the commands in it, but we haven't coded all of them yet. So let's keep that in mind when we create this help command. We're just going to do now one help and do a upgrade. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do something special called message dot start typing. Because it's going to be multiple parts to this help command. Message.channel, actually. Let me get the channel. Dot start typing. That way it actually starts typing. This will be for help. Or you can use the, of course, allies and do H. Make it simpler. We're going to start typing there. Then you're going to do const embed equals new Discord rich Discord dot rich embed. Now this is where it gets confusing. I'm just gonna copy and paste for now. There we go. And that's why I had to put prefix in there. Thanks for using. What we're calling this server bot. There we go. So that pretty much puts in everything. And of course, I want to fix that spelling right there. That's pretty much how you set up each embed. I'm going to copy paste the rest of the embeds. I know how to set up all the embeds at this point. Here. So now you got all the embeds in point. Now you just gotta send it messages. Now, this is where it gets confusing. So you're gonna send the first two embeds first. Message.author send embed. Then you're gonna do message.author send embed. Now, from here you don't want to get the third embed, because then obviously gonna cause issues. So now you want to do is a set timeout function. And set it up like this. Then we're gonna send the third. Message dot author dot send embed 5. Now that's so that way. But it's supposed to be like that. There. So that way it doesn't overload itself. Then we're gonna give that milliseconds of 1,000, which is 6 seconds. Not long. Then after that timeout, you're gonna set another timeout. To go, this is separate. Equals to greater to. So in this timeout, I'm going to do message dot react. That reacts to the message with an emoji. Now I'm going to use the default check mark. This one's default. And copy it in. There we go. And then we're going to do message dot reply. I've sent you mail. Again, this keeps it from reaching any time limits or what we call limitations that Discords have set. Message dot channel dot stop typing. This is where you want to stop. It's typing. There we go. So let's test the command, make sure it all works. So I'm gonna do g.h. If you notice, it done it super quickly, but it hasn't even sent the other two things yet. So let's go ahead and fix that. Oh, that's right. So we're gonna add the timeout of 8 seconds, which is 8,000. That way, it gets a chance to actually cool down. G.help. It's gonna start typing immediately. It's gonna send you that immediately. As it types, see it's typing. There we go. It says I've sent you mail. And boom. Now you got everything, including the last help. Now, we're going to set up bang command. Now, this one's a little bit longer. So this video's a little bit longer today, but alright. So let's go ahead and once again copy this and bring it down to ban.js. Now, this one's ban, or I can use an alias called perma ban. This is not a temp mute command. Alright. So, in the ban command, it's a little bit more complex. There's a little bit more to it. Again, I'm actually going order up to down on code. So that way you don't miss a thing. Alright. Let's get started with the first part where it won't allow a DM. So if message dot channel dot type equals to DM. So if it's in the DMs itself, it will return message dot react. Now, I have different styles of coding this. You can either have it. Now, the one coding style I don't really like using, but it is a way of doing it, is this one. G.ban. Or it just reacts with the no. But what I like to do is go a little bit farther in the code. And do thought then equals greater to. and actually return after, and actually move that return right there, and return a message dot reply. This command is server use only. So now when they try to use it, it'll immediately go boom. Now because of that return, it actually will not go to that reply. I mean, it shouldn't. Oh, I know. That return was supposed to be there. Return. There we go. I had that return there. So now if you do g.ban, it'll only say this command is server use only. Now if you do it within the server, it will say hi, of course, because it's been instructed to bypass this if it's not DM automatically. If it is a DM, it's told to only run this code. Alright. So now we got that cleared out. Let's let our user equal to message dot guild dot member message dot mentions dot users dot first. So that's one way of doing it. Or that's the way it finds it by mention. Or you can do message dot guild dot members dot get args 0. There now finds it by the ID. So if the person that's banning the member posts the ID of the person, it knows exactly what to do. Now we want to post if our user does not exist in the message or does not exist in the server. We'll return a message dot reply this time. Couldn't find a user. Try it out. Now, we want to set the restrictions to band members. And if you actually set to do that. So you want to actually do that. Of course. Using the has permission node, which I'm actually looking at what the permissions are. Right. You guys can actually find. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You can see all the permission flags at this link. The link will be in the description as well. That way you can actually get all the correct links. So if the masters, if they do not have this rule, which is message.member dot has permission. So if they do not have the permission that you list here, which on my list ban permission, they cannot ban the member. So if they don't have band members, they just can't continue. It's going to run this flag. But if they do, it's going to bypass this completely. So if they don't, we want to return. Of course, it doesn't continue running the command and actually ban the member. We want to stop right here. So we're going to return message channel send. No can do. You're missing the perm. And we're going to bold it for them. So it's bold. I put in the perm that they're missing. There we go. Contact the server owner if you believe this was a mistake. Alright. So now we got that command installed. Let me get over here and enter for us. There. So now you got that. So now we're going to put in our first embed. Now this is going to get confusing because I'm pasting it in. Embeds take too long to post. You can always pause if you wish to copy it. So I did a folder with ban by, ban, etc. And I put in the information. Now, for the reason, because they hadn't specified the reason when they entered this at this point. And if they did, it totally ignored the reason that they posted. So right now it's still not posted. So now you want to find the reports channel, which is let logs, which we did the logs channel, equal to message dot guild dot channel dot find name. Now this is where it gets confusing. So you can actually enter the channel name, and we're going to use our mod logs channel, which we already have created for the bot and the channel. So now if it can't find a channel, so if no logs channel, and of course we'll be creating a command for this issue. Return message dot channel dot send. So we're gonna tell them to do two things. Please, no logs channel found. Please run prefix setup, or we're actually gonna put it into boxes for that. Oh, we can't do that. or make a channel named Mod Logs. So if you don't know what I did there, I kind of forced imprints into this. So now if I was to reboot the input, oh, I forgot to put in the comma there. On the side. Never. Alright. So now if I was to actually rename this channel to logs, two with s's, g.ban gamer. Missing the logs channel found. Please run and etc. So that's pretty much it. And then if we actually had the channel named, it will try to continue, but yeah, and just to prove that it will continue after finding a user, it's going to copy the ID on my album. It will try to continue going, but there's nothing more for it to do at the current moment because we haven't done any commands for it. So it's going to continue this ban command. So now you want to do message dot delete. You want to delete this message that the user sent because it's no longer needed. You do logs dot send. Now this is where it gets confusing. But this is where it gets really confusing because we just finished up sending a logs channel. But how is it going to put in the reason so every moderator or the owner, depending on who's running the command, knows what it sent? Well, it's because obviously they still have to define a reason. It's going to tell them, please state a reason, say stop, or skip to bypass. So we're going to add that multiple options for them to use, depending how the owner of the server likes it. So we're going to do logs dot send embed. But after that, you're going to do dot then. This is where the complexity of this command comes in. Then you're going to do that message or MSG. We're not even going to do message because message is going to come out as very defined. We're going to do MSG equals to gratitude and do those. That way, now you have a totally new. Then you want to copy up this. Now you technically don't have to do the return functionality if it doesn't find it, but in case they take a bit to respawn and someone changes the channel name, it's there still, just for safety, keep errors from occurring. So you want that back in it. Then you're gonna let a filter. You may remember this from earlier. Equals to m equals to greater to m dot author dot id equals to message dot author dot id. Now then you're gonna do if message dot channel dot id does not equal to logs dot id. And there's a reason for that. It prevents issues. Because if you're in the logs channel, you're already gonna see, and I'll show you the example of this, how this part's gonna work. You already see this. You don't need a we don't need to message them. Message dot reply. Then I'm gonna state the reason. Then this like we set up here. I'm gonna post that down here. Look at them. There we go. Then we're gonna do them. Again, this is complex, so yeah, it's complex. It's complex, period. This code is a bit more complex than a normal code. Then we're going to do a thought then statement. Thought then message again. So you're actually going to bypass another message to this one. Equals to greater to. Now this is just how we can delete the message after a few seconds. Message that delete. Now, if you leave it blank, it deletes it immediately. We don't want that. We want to give the user enough time to read it. I chose 15 seconds. That's 15,000. They can give them more time, up to a minute or whatever. Up to you. That time deletion. It will actually delete after that time. Now, this is going to get more complex as we go. This is where it's going to get more confusing and complex. Now, we just got finished saying message. Now we want to go to the next step. Now it's still going to be part of this original message right here. Before we even imported this one. So we still want it in that one. So after you got that one, you're going to do message dot channel dot await. Now this is going to do it with await messages. Now the reason why you want to wait a messages because while it's waiting for a message, it's going to wait for the user to reply. It's not just going to go boom and code. You want it to wait for the stop, skip, or the reason itself. While it waits the message, I want to do filter. And then you're going to do max. Then you're going to do 1. And you're not done yet. And you're going to do that then. Collected. This is going to pull up all the collected information. Equals 2. Greater 2. Now, this is where it gets this more and more confusing. Because now you want to do collected dot first dot delete. Don't delete what they say. I'm just gonna delete a collection of things. Then we'll do if collected dot first dot content equals to stop. So if they say stop, the section in this will run. Which of course is message dot delete almost like literally immediately. We're gonna delete it immediately. At least I am. You don't have to. So this will cancel the event, which will run my embed right here. Now after the embed, I'm gonna do message dot edit. So this is gonna edit the message, which you'll see in a minute. Embed, and it's gonna replace the embed that's currently in there with embed 3. Then what we do is return message dot reply. Okay, canceled, because it basically just canceled the whole process by ending it right there and then. But you want stop to always be first, because if you put stop after skip, it's gonna cause issues. Oh, actually, run the skip before the stop. Don't want that confusion. This is that. Then you're gonna do dot then. You're gonna do another MSG equals to the greater 2. Message dot delete. This one I'm gonna give about 5 seconds for them and read it because it's not that important and it's also short. Alright. So after you're done with that, you wanna go down here. Go down here. So after you got stopping, you want to do the same thing but with skip. I'm gonna go up to the end of embed because after that's where it gets different. So now we got an if statement. There we go. So now we got the if statement installed. So now what? Now we get the first blah. Now we want to get into the actual banning. Now reason is no reason was provided because obviously this skipped the bypass the reason. So what you want to do is say no reason was provided. That way they see, oh, the reason wasn't provided. Let's go ahead and that should be EL. I don't know why my embeds are off like that still. Because I have a new keyboard until a couple days ago. There we go. So then we'll do message dot edit. Of course, we want to do this first. Embed 6. So now we'll replace it with embed 6. Then message dot guild dot member our user and dot ban. The reason for the ban, it's no reason. So I'm gonna do no reason provided. So that way when it goes to the actual channel logs, it will say no channel reason provided. Also, I meant to import my put in break here to invite my alt in here to test this at this moment. And we can give ahead and give them members. Alright. So no reasons provided. So that's if they skip. Now, we also want to send them a message. So before we actually run that, now we want to come up here and go our user dot send. Then whatever message you want. I have a pre-coded message right here for all my messages. Then we're going to do dot then. To greater to. Then copy the ban information into here. There we go. So now we'll actually ban the user right shortly after. With the reason. Alright. So now, actually, I'm going to make the reason here. Check mod logs channel. There we go. So that way they can see that they need to check mod log channel for a reason. Alright. So now, obviously, we got to also set a timeout. Just joking, we don't have to, because after they're running, you can obviously have anything said. But message, reply. We're going to reply to that message. Okay. Bypass the reason. Now, we're going to do dot then message equals to greater to message dot delete. Of course, we're going to also delete this one in 5 seconds, which is 5,000 milliseconds. Now, lot of space down there aren't not needed. So now after that, we can actually let RR, which is reason collected, which will equal to collected dot first dot content. So whatever they say in this is what's going to be the reason. But at this point, it knows the reason now. It's been collected. It has been imported. Now we just got to run a series of events to get the embed sent and edited. So this is the new embed with the reason and blah, blah, blah. Now, you want to do different. Because obviously, it has been edited. And it has not been skipped. So it has been properly done. So you want to congratulate that. But so we're going to do message dot edit the message to get to embed 3, which is what's been confirmed as this embed. You're going to do dot then. This is different. Sent embed. So it finds the embed that it edited. Alright. Sent embed. You want to do equals to greater to that. You want to do sent embed dot react. So what it's going to do is it's going to react to that embed that we just sent. Then we're going to do whatever you feel is worthy. And of course, I'm going to pick a vanilla one. We'll go down in the list later on. Right? I'm going to do face palm because if you get banned, it deserves a face palm. There we go. So now you got the face palm in there. So after that, we want to do the same thing as up here. For the most part. All the way down. There we go. And of course, one more. I got to include. Then you want to do, instead of, okay, bypass 3. Thanks for your time for making this server safer. Now this time I'm gonna make it 9 seconds to give them a bit more time to read that. But they actually give the reasons, so we're actually just gonna do the plus RR. That's because it will input the actual reason why they were banned. And you see that in a couple of seconds. So let's go ahead and start. Now that everything's done. Also, you can put in. After that, all that, you can actually put in this as well to catch any errors. And that's it. So now you can run the command, the bot. Now we're going to do g.ban game moves all. So let's go ahead and do the stop first. So we're going to stop the ban. So it's okay. So I see ban cancel is actually edited. So let's go ahead and run that process one more time. It's actually one person g.ban. See, now it's saying here as well. You see that in just a couple seconds as well. So we're going to skip and bypass. Okay, bypass the reason. If you notice, it gave the reason skip. Obviously, it's not supposed to do that, but you actually said skip. It's supposed to come up with no reason provided, but it came up with this one for whatever reason. But if you come up, you might it should have set the correct wording. Yep. So it actually did process it. It just didn't use the right embed. You have been reason blah blah blah. And that's probably because I didn't return. So when you actually do it, you're actually supposed to return the actual message to the user, so that way it doesn't run future. And so now if you actually do it, real quick, let's give that a roll with my ID, just so I don't ban anyone. Skip. Bypass the reason. No reason provided. There we go. Now it does what it's supposed to do. Just make sure you put in that return statement. Great, let's go ahead and unban him. And if it actually puts it in, now it doesn't. Good. Alright. Now, what if you do it from. Let's go ahead and invite. So now what if you have it where you do it from within mods logs, g.ban, and then you put in the user ID. Now nothing comes up. That's because you can actually clearly see that it wants a reason. So you will provide a reason. Test or whatever you want to put to say. You hit enter. It'll put in thanks for the time making this server safer. Then actually, if you notice, it reacted and edited this message. Now we'll quick view g.ban. And the ID couldn't find any user because they're banned. So we do g.ban. My ID will come up. Oh, so say banned. Well, I'm gonna stop it because we don't need it. And we'll see that it's basic edits everything together. So that completes this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was very long. We're actually at an hour right now. I'm sorry for the length, by the way. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions, check the link below for the Discord server. You can join in and ask questions. Help you out. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright, guys, thank you for watching. I worked so hard on these videos. Here is the previous video where you can watch the previous video. Here is the recommended video from YouTube. Here is the playlist to the series that is currently playing. And hit subscribe.